Hello guys, welcome to a new video. And in this video, we are still working on the SIMOS for the CCNP security exam. And we are going to go over implementing IPSec with IKE version 1. We're going to configure IKE version 1, and we're also going to configure IKE version 2. So you're going to see both configurations at the same time, which is kind of cool. So you can see a side to side and compare and see how they are different from each other. I'm not going to be explaining all the commands um, like I do in my other videos because I have plenty of videos on just IKE version 1 where I explain it all and also IKE version 2. Okay, so if you want to know more what each command does, go to my YouTube channel and just search for IKE version 1 or IKE version 2 where I explain everything in depth. Okay, so let's go ahead and start. This is my topology. I have configured all the IP addresses already. So all the IP addresses are in here. As you can see right here, this one is the IKE version 2 tunnel that we are going to be configuring. Let's see if we can add some color to it. Maybe it will look better, right? So this is the IKE v2 tunnel. Let's duplicate it. This one is going to be the IKE v1 tunnel. Is there a way to like rotate this or something? Um, Rotate like 90. Mm, Not 90, right? 90s. Let's go ahead and style it and do like 75 maybe. More than 75. Let's go ahead and do style. Let's do in like 65 maybe. More than 65. Style. Sorry for that. Wasting your time. You're watching this. There we go. That looks a little bit better, but I think we can do better, right? Style it. 35. Ooh, 35 too far. Let's say 45. There you go. That's better. Put it like this. There we go. This one is going to be the other one. Um, let's go ahead and put some color. Good. Go ahead and delete this. Give it some color over here. Sorry, not for that. Background color. And let's give it this color. There we go. So this one is are going to be my two tunnels over here. And I'm going to be configuring IKE version 1 first. And then I'm going to configure IKE version 2. So let me make this better, look better, so you can look better on the video, right? There we go. Lower it. There we go. So let's go ahead and start with this configuration, guys. Stop messing with this. So like I said, we are going to be configuring IKE version 1 first, and we are going to be SVTI so we can support dynamic routing. So let's go ahead and start with that. I'm going to start with router 3. So let's bring that up. And I also configure some static routing, as you can see. And let's go ahead and start with the configuration. The first thing that we're going to be configuring is going to be IKE version 1 phase 1. Okay, and we are going to configure the policy 10. We need to define the encryption method, which we are going to be using 3des, hashing algorithm for data integrity, MD5. The authentication method is going to be a pre-shared key, and the um, the group number is going to be 2. Okay, after that is done, we need to go ahead and configure that pre-shared key that we're going to be using between router 3 and router 2. Because we're going to be using a pre-shared key, like I stated right here. So let's go ahead and do a crypto. ISAKMP again for phase one. Um, and then we're going to say key, and then we are going to specify the key. CCNP security. This needs to match between router 2 and router 3. Otherwise, it won't work. And now we need to specify to which IP address I want to authenticate to. So I want to authenticate with router 2. So 30.1.1.2. Done, right? So we are done with phase one of this configuration. Now, the next step is phase version 2 of IKEv1. And you want to start by configuring IPSec, which is phase 2. And we're going to configure the transform set. We are going to name it tset. And we're going to provide some data confidentiality, which we're going to use in AES with 256. And then we want to do data integrity with SHA and HMAC. The mode is going to be tunnel mode. And after that is done, we want to configure a tunnel interface. We're just going to be saying tunnel interface 0 for this configuration. And over here, we need to specify the source, and it is gigabit02, tunnel source, gigabit02. Uh, what am I doing? Need to go ahead, source, gigabit02, tunnel destination, 30.1.1.2, right? The destination is router 2. And after we do that, we need to go ahead and specify the tunnel mode, which is IPSec with IPv4 because we're going to be using IPv4. Then we need to specify the IP address of the tunnel, 60.1.1.1/24. Okay, and then I forgot to configure the profile, so let's go ahead and do that. And after I configure the profile, we're going to attach it to the tunnel. So let's go ahead and do a crypto IPSec profile, and we're going to call this IPSec profile. And in here, all we need to do is just set the transform set, and we call that transform set tset. Done. And now let's go ahead and go into that tunnel interface that we created already, which is tunnel 0. Was that a 1 that I put? Supposed to be an L. There we go. And right here, we need to add the tunnel protection, which is an IPsec profile, and we call this IPsec profile. And after that, ISAKMP should turn on. There you go. ISAKMP is on. So that is good. Now, what we need to do is we need to go ahead and enable EIGRP. So router EIGRP, let's say 0. Can we use 0? We cannot use 0. Let's use 1. No auto summary. Let's add my two networks, which is going to be the tunnel 60.1.1.0, 255, and also I want to add my inside network 192.168.1.0.255. Okay, so that is done. We are done configuring IKEv1 on router 3. Now we need to go ahead and configure it on R2. But what I want to do is I want to just copy and paste everything I did and just configure it for router 2. So let's just go ahead and do show. Let's just go ahead and do a show run section IPSec. And from over here, let's go ahead and just copy all of this. And we are going to be using livepad. We are going to paste it right here. It is all going to be the same. And then let's just do a show section and let's do ISAKMP. And we are going to be using all of this, all the same. We just need to change this to 1. And this is phase 1. So I want to configure first. There we go. So after all that is configured, let's just do a show section tonal 0. Mm, interface tonal, nothing. Um, include tonal. There we go. And we can go ahead and copy all of this. Mode tonal. Let's go ahead and paste it right here and do interface tonal 1 for this one. And the destination is going to be 30.1.1.1. The interface source is going to be the same, IPSec over IPv4, and the profile, because we are going to be using the same. So that is good, and that should configure everything for router 2. So let's go ahead into router 2. And we also need to do EIGRP. So let's just go ahead and do it from here. Router EIGRP. What was the one that I configured for router 3? I believe it was 1. Show IP EIGRP. Timers, topology, say 1. Show IP route EIGRP. Let's just go ahead and do show run then. Because remember, the autonomous system for EIGRP needs to match. So that's why I want to know which one it is matching. So it is 1. And we need to add this network. Okay. And then we need to add network for router 2, which is 10.10.10.1, 10.10.10.0, 255. Let's go ahead and do no auto summary. Good. Anything else I'm missing? I'm not missing anything else, I believe. Let's go ahead and do show IP interface brief. Make sure that my tunnel is configured with an IP address. It is good. Protocol is down because we don't have a connection with router 2 yet, and we are going to have that now. So let's go ahead and copy the ISAKMP policy. Everything is to match. That's why I'm copying and pasting. The address is for the key. It's all good. So let's go ahead into router 2. And let's go ahead and just paste that over here. So that was paste. And I should not get any errors. Nothing. Good. Now let's go ahead and configure IKE version 1 phase 2. And I got an error, tunnel mode, IPSec. What was that? Tunnel mode. Why is this over here? This should not be in here. Let's go ahead and remove it. That's why I got that error. Copy. Paste that again. There we go. Tunnel protection. Tunnel protection should not be there either. I don't know why that is in there. That should be just in the should only be in the tunnel interface. Okay, there it is. So that is done. Now let's go ahead and configure the tunnel. ISAKMP should turn on. There we go. Protocol change to up and up. And now let's go ahead and configure EIGRP. And that should form a neighbor relationship. Oh, it didn't. Interesting. Let's go ahead and do show IP EIGRP neighbors. We do not have any neighbors. Let's go ahead and do a show run section EIGRP. Good. Let's go ahead and verify it over here. Do show um, run section EIGRP. It looks the same. 60.1.1.0. Let's go ahead and verify the show IP interface brief to verify that. So as you can see, the protocols are up and they are running. So I don't know why it isn't working, because it should be working. We created the transform set, the tunnel, and EIGRP. So it should be working, but it is not working. EIGRP, it is not working. Let's see if let's go ahead and do show IP interface brief. Actually, from router 3, show IP EIGRP, show IP, emission, aliases, DNS, helper, route. Though, okay, so I believe it is because of the static route. So let's go ahead and do config G, no IP, route 30.1.1.2. Is that going to form a neighbor relationship? Let's go ahead into interface tunnel 1. And then after we go into here, let's just shut down, then do no shutdown. The interface is up. Interface tunnel 1, shut down, no shutdown. Interesting. So we have tunnel mode, IPSec, IPv4, tunnel destination, tunnel protection, source, destination. Why don't we go ahead and do no interface tunnel 1, and let's go ahead and configure interface tunnel 1 again, and let's go ahead and do it from scratch. So tunnel source gigabit02, tunnel destination 30.1.1.1, and then tunnel mode IPSec with IPv4, and then tunnel protection IPSec profile, and we are going to add this profile. So the tunnel is up and running too. What if we, let's go ahead and do n show run. Do it again, show run. Let me see if I need to remove that static route as well from router 2. Let's go ahead and remove this route over here. Show IP route. Show IP EIGRP neighbors. No neighbors. So we still don't have a neighbor. But what if, okay, are we able to ping? Let's see if we're able to ping 192.168.2.1. We are unable to do that. Let's see what I'm missing. I don't think I'm missing anything. Show IP. Mm, oh, I think I know. Show IP interface brief. I know what I'm missing. The tunnel does not have a IP address assigned to it. That's why config G interface tunnel 1 IP address 60.1.1.2 255.255 dot dot 0 because it's going to be slash 24. There we go. Now ERGRP is working. So that's what I was missing. Now and ping 192.168.2.1. Still unable to do that. Show IP ERGRP route or show IP route. I don't have anything. Show IP route ERGRP. Nothing. Show IP ERGRP neighbors. We do have a neighbor. Show IP. Let's do it. Show run section ERGRP. So we do have this. Let's go ahead and do show IP interface brief. So we do have that interface in here. And we do have that interface over here. Let's go over here. So let's go ahead and do a show run section ERGRP. So we have both networks. Show IP interface brief. Okay. So everything is there, but we are unable to get that. So let's go ahead and do config T and do an IP route. And the IP route to, I'm just going to tell it that if we want to go to 192 to 192.168.2.0 network, I wanted to send it via the tunnel, that 1.2 or that 1.0, 255. Is that a wildcard max? No, it's not a wildcard. 255.255.255.0. Send it via 60.1.1.1, right? Also from here, config T, IP route 10.10.10.0. Send it via 60.1.1.2. Let's go ahead and ping 10.10.10.1. Good. Let's go ahead and do show crypto ISAKMP SA. Show crypto IPSec SA. As you can see, it is working. What if we do a ping and I want to repeat it 100 times? ISAKMP SA. There we go. It went up by 100. And if we do and repeat that again, it should go up by 100 again. There we go. 339. So it is working. So the tunnel protection, the tunnel The toner is working, as you can see. So now, since IKEv1 is done, let's go ahead and configure IKEv2. It was a good troubleshooting in lab, so let's go ahead and configure IKEv2, which takes a lot than IKEv1. So the first thing that we want to do is we want to configure a crypto. Um, this one's going to be a crypto IKEv2 proposal. And the IKEv2 proposal, you're just going to call it PRO. And in here, the first thing that you want to do is you want to provide a encryption method. And we are going to just use 3des for it. In the integrity, you're just going to use MD5. Let's see, we need to do anything else. Group exit encryption, nope, that's it. After that is done, we're just going to exit and we're going to do a crypto IKEv2 policy, and we're just going to call it powerful policy, and we need to match it to the address, the local address, which is 30, not 30, we're going to 220, that 2, right? Address, local, 20, that 2. There we go. And then we need to add the proposal. And the proposal, we call it PRO, I believe. Yep, PRO, Pro. It's not complete. Let's go ahead and go into that proposal. So we did up, let's go ahead, group number 2. And now let's go ahead and go back to the policy and proposal Pro. There we go. Now we're going to exit. After we do that, we need to go ahead and do the crypto IKEv2 Keyring. We're going to just call it IKEv2 Keyring. And over here, we need to add the peer. The peer is going to be our router 1. And from over here, we need to do the address 20.1.1.1. Pre-share key, local. We're just going to use key. Pre-share key, remote. It's going to be key as well. Done. After that, we need to go ahead and create that IKEv2 profile. So let's go ahead and we are going to exit out of this keyring. So let's do a crypto IKEv2 profile IKEv2 profile. And inside this profile, the first thing that you want to do is let's go do authentication for the local. It's going to be pre-share key, and authentication for the remote is also going to be using a pre-share key that we configure in the keyring. Let's see what else we need to do. We need to match the identity of the remote user, which is 20.1.1.1. We need to put address in front of it, and then identity, local, address, 20.1.1.2. After that is done, we need to attach the keyring, local, and we call that IKEv2 keyring. Okay, so that is done. And after that is done, we need to go ahead and configure IPSec. So crypto IPSec transform set. We are going to call it the T set. For data encryption, we're going to use ESP, AES 256, and then for data integrity, SHA with HMAC. for data integrity. So we're done. After that, we need to go ahead and configure the crypto IPSec profile. We're going to call this IPSec profile. And in here, we need to set the transform set that we created, tset. And then we also need to do the set the IKEv2 profile, which we call IKEv2 profile. There we go. Okay, so we are almost done, guys. Um, After that has been configured, we need to go ahead and create the tunnel. So interface tunnel 2, and in here we need to get rid of the source gigabit 00, right? It's the one pointing to router 1. So tunnel source gigabit 00, tunnel destination 20.1.1.1, and then tunnel mode is going to be IPsec using IPv4. IP address of it is going to be 50.1.1.2, 255.255.255.0. And then we need to add the IPsec profile tunnel protection, IPsec profile, and we call this IPsec profile. After that is done, let's go ahead and configure EIGRP, router EIGRP, autonomous system 2, no auto summary. Then we need to add the tunnel network, 255, and then my local network. Done. So we are done with this configuration. Let's go ahead and do a show crypto. Let's go ahead and do show crypto IKEv2. I want to get the IKEv2 proposal, which is going to be let's go ahead and not copy and paste. What if we just configure everything in router 1? Let's go ahead and do that. Config T crypto IKEv2 proposal. Let's call it pro. Over here, we need to do the encryption, the same one that we're using in router 2, 3des, integrity, MD5, group number 2, and then encryption, group number 2, integrity, that is done. Now let's go ahead and do IKEv2 policy, and we're going to call it Paul. And then let's go ahead and do proposal, pro, and we need to match it to the address of the local address 20.1.1.1. Okay, now let's do the crypto IKEv2 Keyring IKEv2 Keyring. Let's go ahead and set the peer to router 2, address of 20.1.1.2. Pre-share key is going to be for the local. It's going to be the same, just key. Pre-share key remote, and it's going to be key of the remote. So it's going to be the same as the same that we configure in router 2. Now let's go ahead and exit and exit. And now let's go ahead and configure the IKEv2 profile. Crypto IKEv2 profile, and we're going to call it IKEv2 profile. And in here, we need to go ahead and add the authentication. For the local, it's going to be pre-share key, and the authentication for the remote is also going to be pre-share key. After that, we need to add the identity of the local using an address of 20.1.1.1. And then we need to match the identity, the remote, with the address of 20.1.1.2. Let's see what else. So we did the match, identity, authentication. Now we need to add the keyring. So keyring, local, we call it keyring, or we call it IKEv2 keyring. There we go. Exit. Let's go ahead and configure the crypto, IPSec, transform set, tset, ESP, AES 256, ESP, shot with HMAC. And then configure the crypto, IPSec profile. And we're going to record this IPSec profile. And then here we need to set the transform set, which we name tset, all in capital, and also set the IKEv2 profile, which we call IKEv2 profile. Now let's go ahead and do interface tonal 2. We need to do the source or tonal source, IKEv0, right? IKEv0, tonal destination 20.1.1.2, tonal mode IPSec with IPv4, the IP address 50.1.1.1, and then IP, and then tonal protection IPSec profile, IPSec profile. ISAKMP is on. Good. Let's go ahead and do router EIGRP. The autonomous system that we configured in our tool was 2. No outer summary. Network 50.1.1.0. And then my local network 192.168.1.0. So IP route. And there it is. So if we do a ping to 10.10.10.1, it is good. If we do a show IP or show crypto IPSec SA, you can see it right here. It is working correctly. So IKEv2 has been configured. And if we do repeat 100 times, it went up 100 times. So IKEv2 is working. And if you want to do a show crypto, we're not going to do ISAKMP because ISAKMP is for IKEv1. You want to do IKEv2 SA because it is for IKEv2, right? We're not configuring IKEv1 because IKEv1 is for is ISAKMP. And there it is, local identity. Good. Let's go ahead and do this some more here. Show crypto IPSec SA, and you can see that we have a lot of data that has been encapsulated. And this one was for tonal 1, which is for IKEv1. We want to go ahead and go down to tonal 2, which is for IKEv2. And we have that data that has been encapsulated and decapsulated. And now let's go ahead and do show crypto. If we do ISAKMP SA, it's going to show the 30.1.1.1 and 30.1.1.2 because this is for IKEv1. But if we do IKEv2 SA, we are going to see the one that's 20.1.1.2 and 20.1.1.1, which is for IKEv2. Okay, so we have successfully configured IKEv1 and IKEv2. So hopefully you guys enjoy this video, and if you guys did enjoy my video, why don't you just go ahead and follow me on Twitter at CCNA Daily Tips. Um, just go ahead and follow me if you have a Twitter account, and if you don't have a Twitter account, go ahead and create a Twitter account and then follow me on Twitter. All right. Also subscribe to my channel. Thank you guys for watching. See you in the next one, and I love you guys very, very much. Bye bye.